So when I started, I was a financial planning analyst. Now the thought process was, मैं वहाँ पर बैठ के numbers crunch कर रहा हूँ. And I'm hearing these guys that यार ये बेच रहे हैं. That actually was really nice for me to hear. That okay, they are selling them the idea of a financial plan or whatever the product, the service that we are giving. देखा, I thought I was better than them. Obviously, 21 साल का लड़का क्या ही सोचेगा. At 21, you are better than everyone, right? Because you think that you have more energy than the 25, 26-year-olds. So, one thought process that I can do this better. So, there was an opening. They were like, okay, who would like to apply? So, I applied. I got in. I liked the challenge, right? होता क्या है कि a salesperson, according to me, should be like a dog with a bone, right? You give me a target and I'll achieve it. I kind of overachieve, right? For lack of any better word, 100% है 150 करा. Because the ultimate goal in life for a sales professional is not to sell solutions. Let's be very honest about it. The goal is to make more money. The career trajectory of a salesperson is very fast and quick in comparison to, I would say, any other operations leader out there. So operations, as far as I feel, it goes hand in hand with sales. Operations is kind of like a byproduct of sales. But after a while, operations becomes the main thing. And then sales are based off of that. So अगर operations फोड़ रहा है अपने काम में, you use that story to go ahead and sell it to your clients.
Right.
So if I brought in someone, a client, right, and the client went from $100,000 in revenue to $5 million in revenue, that's a story. That is one story that I will tell to the other client, that if not 100,000 to 5 million, maybe you will get halfway, 2.5 million, right? That's where you want to get. And that is where we come in. So, अपने जो USPs हैं, right? Now, technical knowledge जो है, technical knowledge के साथ बहुत सारे लोग आपके क्या कहते हैं jargons फेंक सकते हैं, right? This is that. Now, if I want to crack an enterprise deal, I am talking to the procurement guy. The procurement guy is not the technical expert, but the procurement guy is the best that you will see in terms of negotiating a price. अब procurement वाले को अगर आप समझाने बैठे हो और technical terms throw कर रहे हो, procurement वाला is like, okay dude, you're just making me feel that I'm not as smart as you. But if I explain it to you like a 5-year-old, that here's what I do, right? There's a bunch of Lego blocks in front of me. Let me build it for you in a shape that you like. So, वो चीज़ बिकेगी procurement वाले के साथ. वो एक human touch आएगा उसमें. Analogies work करेंगी. I've sold products positioned as a Ford factory. Why? Because the entire process or the entire service or the product was curated by 3 to 4 teams who were experts in those particular domains. Assembly line. अब मैं अगर समझाने बैठूंगा कि प्रोडक्ट ऐसे बनता है, यहाँ से यहाँ जाते हैं, यहाँ से यहाँ. But on the contrary, imagine if I say that, you know what, it's like a Ford factory. One person specializes in making the engine, the other one specializes in body, the third one specializes in tuning, and then there's one guy who puts it all together and gives it to you. A degree is required, right? Studies are important. But studies are a way to get into the organization, to start your career. IIMs, ISBs of the world, all the other top institutes, they are great at giving you a launch pad. After that, what you do is totally you.
Yeah.
Right? And this was told to me by the leader at my previous firm, who said, I would say, degrees are a way to get into the organization. What you do after that is totally up to you. मेरे को हमेशा पता था मैं कहानीबाज हूँ. I like telling stories.
Yeah.
Right? That I spoke to this person and here's what happened. और उसके बाद कहानी में engage करके make it more real so that they relate to it. Right? You're a human being. So, and as a gradual progression, storytelling is much more prevalent in sales in comparison to operations, because operations is rule based. I mean, I'll talk about this one conversation that I had at a conference. So after The conference ends, there is a social hour, right? After the social hour, there is an after social hour. That goes on till like 2 a.m. 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Next morning, you have to wake up and come back again at 6 a.m., right? So the only time a sales guy gets sleep during a conference period is for about 3 to 4 hours every day. But you still have to look fresh the other day. So the after social hour, there was a conversation, and there were like a bunch of guys. So one of them was my colleague from the same organization, and there were two other potential prospects, right? But we were drinking. So this woman, she goes on to say, "Where are you from?" So I told her I'm from India, and I told her the name of my company, and she was like, "You know what? I don't want to talk about your service." I was like, "Okay, I'll do you one better. Me neither. I don't want to talk about my service as well. But can we continue drinking?" And she was like, "Yeah, sure." So we had a fun time. We spoke. We just laughed. We cracked jokes. Took each other's cases. Of course, that's what's going on there. Next morning, she sees me. She's like, "Oh, I found the perfect cure for hangover." I was like, "Okay, go ahead, tell me." Because I was waiting for my leader to show up. She was flying in that day. And she goes like, "I just had like a Bloody Mary in the morning. It helped." I was like, "You know what? Please continue drinking throughout the day, because what you have created is a ticking time bomb. You just delayed your hangover for the next few hours." And that's the only conversation that I had. And she goes on like, "You know what? Send me a message and let's see if we can do some business together."
Yeah.
I was like, "Sure." And this was the same lady who said she does not want to talk about my service. We did not talk about the service.
Yeah.
और 2 हफ्ते बाद उससे मैसेज आता है. She's like, "Alright, here's my problem statement. Let's have a connect. Let's see if we can do business together." I think in the next 2 months, we had 3 to 4 conversations, and she ended up signing up for $100,000 worth of contract. And she's still continuing with my previous organization. Sometimes letting go of the business is also a way to get in the business.